Grandma tells the story of the lazy hunter. There once lived a man named Okoro in Ogudu village. He was known far and wide as the lazy hunter. He owned a bow and arrow but never used them. Every morning he would polish them, tie his wrapper, and boast loudly, saying, "If any animal hears my name, it will faint from fear." But the truth was, even the chickens in his yard were not afraid of him. Okoro loved to talk about hunting, but he never left his compound. When others went to the forest, he stayed home eating roasted yam and telling stories of hunts he never went on. One night he had a dream. In the dream he caught a giant antelope with golden horns. The animal bowed before him and said, "O mighty hunter, take me home." When Okoro woke up, he jumped to his feet and said, "Ha! My destiny has come." He dressed in his best clothes, took his bow, and headed toward the forest with pride. But halfway there, the sun became hot, and he yawned. "Let me rest small before the antelope comes," he said. He sat under a mango tree and fell asleep. He slept from sunrise till sunset, and when he woke up, even the crickets had gone home. As he dragged his tired legs back to the village, a bright blue bird landed on a tree and said, "Hunter, hunter, you always carry your bow but never shoot." Okoro frowned and said, "Even birds now insult me." The bird laughed and replied, "If you were not so lazy, the forest would respect you." Okoro became angry. He pulled his bow, aimed at the bird, but missed and shot his own foot. He limped home shouting, "My leg! My leg!" The villagers laughed until tears rolled down their cheeks. The next morning, Mama Titi, the oldest woman in the village, came to see him. She said, "Okoro, my son, laziness will make you poor in your pocket and poor in your mind." Okoro said, "Mama Titi, I am not lazy. I'm just preserving my energy." She laughed and said, "Preserve it too long and hunger will help you spend it." Then she told him, "Go and find the chief's missing goat before sunset. If you succeed, you'll be rewarded." Okoro packed food, palm wine, and even a pillow. When his neighbor asked why, he said, "I might get tired during the mission." He reached the farm, saw the missing goat tied to a stump, and said, "Let me eat first." He ate, drank, and slept beside the goat. When he woke up, the goat and rope were gone. He shouted, "Thief! Thief!" The villagers ran to the scene and found him with crumbs of yam on his lap. The chief said, "Okoro, you cannot even guard what you were meant to find." Okoro said, "The sun confused my eyes." The chief shook his head and said, "No, your laziness confused your destiny." That night, Okoro sat alone by his fire. The same blue bird appeared as hunter. The forest only gives food to those who walk with purpose. Okoro sighed and said, "I have been foolish." The bird replied, "Tomorrow, wake up early. Do not boast. Just hunt." Before dawn, Okoro woke up. For the first time, even the rooster was surprised. He entered the forest quietly and waited patiently. By noon, he caught a fat rabbit, his first successful hunt. He ran home shouting, "I did it! I did it!" The villagers gathered and clapped. Mama Titi smiled and said, "When effort wakes up, fortune follows." From that day, Okoro changed. He became known as Okoro the steady hand, no longer the lazy hunter. Grandma Mabel said, "Laziness can make a man hungry even when food grows in his backyard." Kemi asked, "So Grandma, was the bird real?" Grandma replied, "In life, wisdom often flies in small feathers. You just have to listen." Everyone laughed except little Fatai, who said quietly, "Next time I won't sleep when you send me to fetch water." Grandma nodded. "Good boy. Even a short nap can make you miss a big chance. Hard work turns dreams into blessings." Even the laziest person can rise if they stop sleeping on their purpose. The forest of life rewards those who wake up early. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe for more interesting ones.